Welcome everybody to I Know You Ain't the podcast. I'm Abby.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Tanner.
This is
I Know You Ain't
the podcast.
I missed my cue, guys.
It's okay. We're so excited you're here for our very first episode. We've talked about doing this for a long time and somehow nobody has stopped us.
Which may or may not have been a mistake.
You'll find out soon enough.
Okay.
So we're starting with how the podcast got its name. What was our name again? I Know You Ain't.
I know you ain't. I know you ain't. Because that's basically our reaction anytime one of us says something wild, tells a crazy story, has an questionable opinion, or forgets something that's super obvious.
Maybe like the title of our podcast. I Know You Ain't. We say it a lot, so it fits well. It fits well. So, we already went through why. You know, the obvious question is the why is called I Know You Ain't.
So the phrase became a part of our everyday conversations, and we figured it perfectly describes the energy that we're bringing to the show. So we're going to start out with introducing each one of us. I'm going to let Abby go first.
I will be honest. I didn't write this introduction.
You don't have to write that introduction. Just tell everybody about yourself. It doesn't have to be what it says.
Okay, I'm
It was just something to get us started.
What you put about me? I'm gonna read what you put about me.
I didn't put it. Jim and I did.
Gemini thinks that I'm gonna be the one that asks too many questions and accidentally turns every conversation into a deep conversation.
And is. Anyways, I'm Amber. I'm gonna read what it says just for shits and giggles. We're gonna go through and read what it says, and then what do you think about actually going through and just describing ourselves?
Okay.
I'm Amber. I'm usually the one trying to keep everyone organized, but honestly, I get distracted just as easily as everyone else.
Thanks. Here you go.
I'm Tanner, and my job here is apparently to provide everyone else is thinking, but they won't admit it.
That's actually pretty accurate.
I don't know if she'll say the things that everybody else is thinking.
No, that's probably gonna be me. It's gonna be like a one of those out loud like, huh, and then I say it, and then everybody looks at me horrified, and that checks out.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's go through like what we actually is. Like who
so let's
we
go
actually...
in depth. Let's talk about what Abby thinks she's like, and then we'll talk about what Abby's actually like.
Okay, and then we can do Amber, and then we can do you.
Yep. Alphabetical order.
Okay. So I think that I'm pretty chill. I think that I don't worry too much. You know, I think I'm pretty chill. I think what I offer to this group is some honesty. I feel like I'll offer some comedy as well, because I feel like I'm pretty funny.
Okay. Tanner, what do you think about Abby? How would you describe Abby to someone who's never met Abby?
She's goofy.
She's very goofy.
She can be very blunt too. She's very honest.
For sure. I feel like she definitely has to be around the right people to get that kind of blunt honesty, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Abby's pretty easygoing usually, even if she doesn't agree with something you say right away, especially in like a group of people she doesn't know. She's gonna be polite. She's gonna do the polite thing. She is every time. Every time, because just because that's Abby. But Abby has a very big heart, and Abby really wants to help people. So when she does give advice, it comes from the heart. She's a good
Mm-hmm.
person, and she's also a big ass fucking goofball. Um, so while we're doing this, do we actually want to go through like how we met each other as we're doing this? So like, I guess since we're talking about Abby right now, I'll just go ahead and talk about how I met Abby, and then Tanner, you can go ahead and talk about how you met Abby.
Yeah, I think that we don't need to talk about like go like use names
Right.
with the
Absolutely.
jobs and stuff that we do. We still I don't feel like we need
We're just
to.
going to try to keep it as anonymous as possible when we talk about outside sources. Um, Obviously, within our friend group, we discuss it, but with the public, serve the tea, but not with the names.
Okay.
You got to figure out if it's Lipton or Great Value.
Sounds good. You
Okay.
said you sound funny, didn't you?
That was funny as fuck. Tell me it wasn't. Tell me it wasn't. That was
Lipton
funny.
or Great Value. Tanner didn't even laugh at you.
I'm sorry, I was slow.
It's okay, Tanner. We love you.
It didn't catch up in
Lipton
time.
tea or Great Value tea?
So, anyways,
Okay.
I met Abby through a job that I was working at. Abby had come in as a new hire, and I was training her. So for like the training process, you're literally stuck riding around with this person all day, and so wherever you go for whatever part of your day, that's where they go with you. So like when I would go to lunch, I would go to my house and make something to eat. So Abby got to come to my house with me and would just chill and hang out while I smashed lunch. I'd give her lunch sometimes, whatever. And then we would just sit and like vibe. We would just drive around and vibe whenever we didn't have things to do.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
I
somehow.
was and I'd come over like after we started talking for a bit, I'd come over and hang out. I got sneeze.
So yeah, all of the pieces over there. That's how I met Abby pretty much. I started training her and we just got closer and closer and here we are today. We're great friends and we've got this great little friend group and I wouldn't change it for the world. So Tanner?
That was really sweet.
How'd
thank
you
you.
meet me?
Oh, Lord.
We're not usually sweet with each other, so this is gonna be a little weird for us.
Oh, well, I'm usually sweet to you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're usually sweet to everybody. You ain't mean to nobody. We're just little Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. Well, explain how you met me.
I met Abby in college. She was actually the first one to help me get a job at the place that she was working at. But I met her in college and we were dorm mates. And at the time she was very intimidating. She made me nervous.
I could see that.
She really did. She really did. She like made me so nervous. And then we had, we started hanging out a lot more because, we were working at the same place and sometimes I'd work double shifts and she would too. So we'd get home like roughly around like 11 o'clock.
Speaking of the devil. We just got a notification from said college.
But we had a very deep emotional connection whenever we were talking about past events and younger years. And so after a while I kind of just thought about her all the time and I just genuinely started liking her. And then I started loving her. Which we won't go into too much detail. Because it was a rough patch. We did not talk for a little bit. And then she had messaged me about her cat, Buddy, which is
My twin.
good boy. And she had said that she had gotten him back, and he was taking care, and she was taking care of him. So we started talking more after that, and then she moved into her own place and got Skid, and then I started coming and staying the night with her every Thursday, and now we're married, so that's cool.
Well, that escalated quickly.
But no, yeah,
I realized I had feelings for her too, and then bada bing, bada boom. You say you had those feelings, and then here we are.
Right. But
Right.
but on a real note, I was very anxious around friends because I had a lot of friends growing up, but it wasn't. It was more of like maybe I'll catch up with you later, whenever we've graduated all, so I have one person that I still talk to, which she's doing really great. Good for her. And, I was always so nervous about trusting people, because of a lot of hardships and different reactions.
Maybe
And
we can have an episode where we get into traumas, but it's gonna be way, way down the road.
yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I met Amber. I want to say it was I met
Abby.
No, and then I was gonna jump into.
Oh well, Amber's gonna talk about how she thinks of herself first, right? Have you done that yet?
No, we can go ahead and do.
Okay.
We can go ahead and do that.
So I met Amber. I want to say it was at a party that you had invited me to, and
was it really?
Yeah. I think it was a party.
It's probably one of our little game nights.
Well, not party. I want to say at the time I thought it was like a little party, but now I have learned when a good group of friends that like each other get together, it's called a group session.
A gathering.
Not a gathering. It was what you said.
A gathering.
No, it.
Tell me why I think I got fucking Mormons at my door right now.
No fucking way.
No, you don't.
Swear to God. I just saw two guys walk
No way.
I swear to God right now. Hold on. Hello. Hello. Doing all right. A little busy right now. What can I help you with? Unfortunately not. I'm so sorry. Thank you, though. You too. You guys try to stay safe out there. Listen, there's a story. There's a story, okay? We're not going to get into that story today. We're going to wait a little bit.
Okay.
There's a story.
Oh my God. Okay. Tanner, you was talking about how you met Tanner.
Amber.
But not Tanner, you was talking about how you met Amber.
Okay.
My bad.
So, I met Amber whenever...
You said at the party.
Yeah, okay, so at the party, and I guess I felt very comfortable there. I guess I didn't, I was overwhelmed at first because, there was a group of friends that was 4 or 5 people there, so I was a little anxious, I won't lie. But after a while I started, having a fun time. I got to play on the, Oculus, yeah. And then a year and a half, almost 2 years later, I'm still with him. So that's
Yep, that's about it.
Okay, cool. So when I first met Abby, Abby was very, very polite. It's not that she was. It was not that she was shy. She just talked about what was appropriate to talk about at the moment. Obviously you're working, you don't know someone, you just kind of talk about whatever, or you sit there in awkward silence. So, I thought, she seems really friendly. She seems really, really sweet. And then I got to know her.
And then she's like, "Fuck."
No, really though. And then I got to know her. But I did think that at first she was kind of, I want to say standoffish, but not. Because I have a very direct way of communicating with people, and Abby kind of beats around the bush with it, or does it in a polite way, or with tact, as people say. And I just say it.
With tact.
You do it a lot better than I do.
What do you
A
mean?
lot better. Because I just be like, okay, listen, I ain't doing it.
And I'll be like, okay, here's why we're not going to do it.
Right. Right. Liam just sent me a message and said, oh my God, no, not our door.
No, stop it.
Okay, sorry. So anyways, like I said, I thought she was a little standoffish, but she wasn't. She's just, there's nothing to say. We didn't know each other, you know. So anyways, we're Abby, do you want to go into how you felt about me when you met me, and then we'll move on to how we met, well, how I met Tanner. Well, no, because she described that. We can go into
Well,
our Abby, do you want to go ahead?
yeah, so when I met Amber, I thought that she was very, at first I thought she was too formal, like too polite, like too professional, I guess. In the work that we did, she was very professional and she was very careful with the job that we did versus how I was. Like I was very lenient and I feel like you was very careful with things sometimes. And so but there was one time when I did come to your house and I seen something. And when I seen the certain thing, I knew that you were chill after that.
Is that right? And what exactly did you see?
It was something that we do often.
Okay, gotcha. Was it just laying out?
Yeah. You said he was
Okay.
your husband's, and I was like, okay. And I was like, nah, she cool. And so after that, I was so chill.
That is so funny. You really thought I was like goody two shoes, like too formal?
Kind of, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, it wasn't like, once I got to know you, I knew you wasn't like that. You was a lot like me in a lot of ways. And, we're just irrational, so I don't know
Just
what to
don't
say
fuck
about
with my customer service voice.
that. Right. When I first met Tanner, I didn't know what to think because she didn't really communicate with anyone.
Because what?
Like, when I first met her, she went straight to her room and she didn't say anything, so I had to say something to you. But I was friends with someone in our dorm at the time. Her name was Abby as well, and she was chill, but we were friends at the time, and I was like, I don't know if I like the new girl. And when she came in, I was kind of standoffish, but then I was like, nah, I kind of like her. And so I went to go talk to her. You gotta remember, I was like 19. So I went to go talk to her, and everything was fine, and she was super nice. Super nice. And then after that, we just hung out quite a bit after that. And then later on, I realized I loved her, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever. So real quick, I realized that I didn't add how I felt when I first met Amber. I want to say this. I feel like even still now that when I first met her, I feel like she was a free spirit. Like it wasn't like a carefree one, but it was just like she kind of had the vibe that was very, non-judgmental, sees both sides, is never biased or anything like that. Not trying to like cut in too deep,
Depends.
but to me, when I first met her, I felt really comfortable around her within the first like 5 minutes or so. So it was just a very secure feeling that I had.
Oh, that's very sweet. When I first met Tanner, Tanner was very quiet. Naturally, she was thrown into a group of people that she didn't know. So Tanner was very quiet, very reserved. I believe we had a little bit of boons. Did we have boons that night? I swear we had some sort of alcohol.
We had some type of alcohol, yeah.
Yeah. And
Malibu.
as Tanner slowly sipped on it, Tanner slowly started to open up. And if I remember correctly, she'd had a rough week or something. Something was going on, and she was really upset about it that night because the alcohol gets in your system, and you got people who are listening, so it's going to come out. So,
She probably shed a few tears.
yeah, naturally.
When she drank, she just shed a few tears.
Not just
Oh
a
my God,
few. I
just
full
call
on
it out
like one night.
On the 4th of July, she was in tears.
Listen, we were listening to Forever Young, and I started crying.
In shambles. And Liam's just like, y'all man's just like,
literally, because I was crying. But like, literally, just sidetrack, just real quick. We were coming home from your house one time, and I was sitting in the passenger seat, just bawling my eyes out for no.
just
Abby was looking at me. She's like, "What are you doing? What's wrong?" And I just kept crying.
it's just pitiful.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're okay. Sometimes you just need a good cry. You know?
That's facts.
Every single time, I guess.
Every single time. Let me or leave me.
Listen, if it don't come out when you're not drinking, then it needs to come out.
Right.
So anyways, as she started drinking a little bit more, and she didn't drink like heavy, she just, she kind of sipped on it all night. She started opening up a little bit more, so we got to see a little, I want to say crash out, but it wasn't a crash out. It was, she just had a rough week and needed to let it out. So, I felt bad for her because I know that shit sucks. I was having my own hard time, at work. So, I mean, I get it. But Tanner just already seemed like such a genuine, kind person that just, you want to be her friend because she's just all sunshine and butterflies, And I still feel that way about Tanner. I still feel like Tanner is just all sunshine and butterflies. I mean, don't get me wrong. She has her days. She's still, has her bad days, has moments, but Tanner's one of the happiest presenting people that I know. She's always excited to see me every time I see her. Every time. So. Did you already do how you felt about Tanner?
Intros.
Explaining what in general.
Oh, okay.
Tanner.
Okay, so I need to go?
Yeah.
You need to go and talk about what you think of yourself or how you see yourself.
I feel like I am the most serious goofball you will ever meet.
Factual.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm like so dead serious about such stupid shit.
Thanks. Same though. I'm so stupid about shit.
I know, right? But I also know that, I've been through a lot of shit and I feel like I have a lot to listen. I feel like I have a lot to offer as far as like life advice, dude. I actually want to move on to why did we decide to start a podcast for the people listening?
Wait, I wanted Tanner to explain what she thought of herself.
Okay, go ahead, Tanner. Sorry, I forgot.
No, did you say your part?
She did.
Okay.
What do you think of yourself?
I'm slow. Just a little bit.
Agree to disagree.
I feel like overall I'm a very positive person. I always try to tend to see the positive outcomes on a lot of things. Genuinely I am just a happy person. I do have my off days, of course. But for the most part I feel like I am very happy.
So why did we decide to start a podcast?
I have my own personal reasons. You guys said yes pretty quickly, so I'm assuming that you have your own personal reasons that came to mind whenever I asked you. So I know that me and my friends have a good ass time. Also, we don't get to spend enough time together.
Even though we
I want to get to spend more time with my friends, and it's not going to get any better because that one's about to go work somewhere else and be really busy. So, but anyways, I want to spend more time with my friends, and I want to be a part of, something that helps to make the world a happier place. Because there's just so much hatred and negativity and just horrible things out in the world. I want to focus on putting good things out.
I agree. I think that I kind of just want to chill with my friends and talk about some funny shit. Like, talk about deep stuff, talk about funny stuff, talk about stuff that maybe we need to talk about, and make it a safe space for maybe other people to be able to talk about too.
Squirrel thought right here real quick. What if we did like drawings to have one of our podcasters or like our listeners on the show
That'd be cool.
at
Mhm.
some
Yeah.
Or maybe we could do like one a month or something. Okay, I like that idea.
Me too.
Okay, moving on. Tanner, why did you say yes so fast to deciding to start a podcast?
Because you two look like y'all were going to have some fun, so I wanted to have fun too.
Hell yeah, you did.
Right.
Yeah. We just like making people laugh. We like being stupid, but we also, do you mind if I tell what the top, like what we did in our previous job, not where we worked, but what we did,
Yeah.
just like a basic.
Yeah, just the guideline.
So we're all actually advocates for mental health, pretty strongly, because everybody has mental health. We've all been through some shit, and it's what bonds us, truly. We bond over the hard times in life. That's just a fact of life. So in the podcast, you can probably expect to hear us touching on some mental health topics. Some of them may be a little rough. We may talk about some of our past mental health experiences, maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to feel it out when it comes, or, you know. But I know that I personally probably will talk about some of my heavier stuff that I've had go on. But we'll touch on that. We'll probably touch on some stupid shit, like, I don't know, how many times you wash your bra a month. I don't know, some stupid shit like that.
Don't touch on stupid shit like that.
And
Because
I would also like to add to that first part that you were explaining. I also feel like a podcast, like as per one of my reasons, I feel like it kind of also helps us work through a few things. Probably later on, I feel like talking it out might actually help with a lot of our thoughts and processes, and understanding things from like different point of views, from an outsider's look. Not necessarily an outsider, but like from a different person.
Yeah, I agree.
So, to be truthful, I think that our listeners can expect a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
It's basically just going to be a place where we can hang out, share stories, discuss life, react to whatever crazy thing we have happening in our lives or the world, or funny stories, whatever. And probably a few moments
Sorry,
where
I
one
was
of us
looking
says
at our
something
guideline we got.
that makes the others. So we're gonna do some icebreaker questions just to make it fun and like get to know, like let our audience get to know us a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll just ask the same question, ask it to all three of us, and we can all three take turns answering. So the first question: what's one thing people are surprised to learn about you?
What if
Interesting.
I don't know?
Mine is that I'm a photographer.
Really?
Really?
People don't expect it. I don't know why, but they don't.
I don't know. That I'm gay.
That's
That
what I was about to say.
my music
That I'm
taste.
married.
Yeah,
That you're married or that you're gay?
That
Both.
I'm gay.
I'm married.
No, a lot of people don't think I look gay at all.
You don't. Neither one of you look gay. Neither one of you look like you would be in a lesbian relationship. I mean, It's just the truth. So, um, anyways, I guess Tanner, your answer is that you're gay too?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Tanner first. What's something you're currently obsessed with?
Abby.
Okay.
In a good way. In a good way.
What about like games or anything?
Right now it's Tamagotchi life.
Hell yeah, it is. Abby?
What have I been playing?
Undertale.
Been just finished Deltarune last night. Undertale pinned me off. So
It's a POS.
So I'm not gonna finish
Oh.
that. But I'll probably finish Deltarune. But we've been playing some Minecraft. We've been playing Subnautica because the second one came out. Stardew. We've been wanting to play a little bit more of.
Okay.
Maybe we could do a podcast where we have Stardew to do. And
Hey, that'd be kind of cool.
We could play
Yeah, that would
Stardew.
be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Something I've been obsessed with lately is plants.
Well, obviously, I'm obsessed with that.
But
I like
nobody knows
flowers.
that about us.
We'll have to. Yeah, nobody knows we really love plants. Yeah, I know. I'm obsessed with them.
Literally
My
nobody
peace
knows
lily.
anything but our names.
I know. My peace lily is my peace lily that my grandma gave me, which don't know how it's still living because I forget about it all the time. It somehow blooms a white flower right now, and I'm just so excited. I sent you a picture the other day of it, and I showed it to Tano this morning when I watered it.
I gotta tell you what I did last night because I made Kathy cry. I made her fucking boo-hoo.
Why? I noticed she was there all night last night.
She went out to Dad's with us last night, and so last night, on our way out to Dad's, we were talking about something, and I was talking about how eventually I want to get to a point to where, when I'm not working, I can just travel, just pick up and go, um, and then I was like, well, I don't really have to have a set place to live. I could have like a camper or like some kind of house on wheels,
Mhm.
and still have a job. And then Kathy said something about, well, Amber, you got to have a home to go back to. And Liam's calling. Uh, but I told her, I said, honey, my home's not coming back. My home's been gone for a few years now. And she just started boo-hooing. For anyone who doesn't know, my mom passed in October of 2021, and that was what I was referring to. And my friend Kathy is pregnant and very, 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 very hormonal lately.
And you just had to go and say that.
Well, it was just the truth, so it just came out. So,
I know it.
It didn't. There wasn't a whole lot of thought to it. It just came out, and
You
then I was
didn't
like,
think about it because why would you?
"Well,
blame
should
you.
break."
And then when you say you probably laid down, but no,
Right. So, anyways, there's that, which kind of leads into the next question. The last one. If you could have dinner with any person, living or dead, who would it be?
Honestly, I'd probably choose my dad because I know he paid for it.
Right. Okay.
That'd be who I choose.
Okay. Tanner, what about you?
I'd probably I'd probably do my mama.
Your mama? I get that. I'd probably do my mama.
In all honesty, I'd probably do my aunt.
Your Aunt Pam?
No, my Aunt Sandy.
Yeah.
Love Aunt Pam. Dude.
Nothing wrong with her.
But,
All right. So, were we wanting to discuss our Fridays?
Let me look. Okay, so what are our Fridays gonna be?
You know what our Fridays are going to be.
I know I do. But I know.
Are you wanting me to go into it and talk about it?
Yeah, I do. Because
Okay.
I can't.
So,
Oh,
We've
I
got
found it. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be talking about that. Okay, no, I'll talk about it.
right.
So every Friday it's gonna be the Grievous Committee is officially in session. Sorry, I'm reading off this and it didn't work. Um, I'm just gonna read the rest. Complaints will be heard. Judgments will be made.
Those are not yours.
I know, I'm just reading it. That's what I'm saying. I'm just reading it. And the main character of the week will be identified. Okay, now go ahead. But basically, we'll have a grievance committee where we kind of just talk about what happened during that week that really done pisses us off. Or something that made us, I don't know, just made us crash out.
Okay, so the segment every Friday, you said, is called the Weekly Grievance Committee. So we'll gather the official unqualified grievance committee to discuss things that irritated us, confused us, inconvenienced us, or just made us say,
I know you ain't.
I know you ain't.
right.
We'll get there.
So-
We'll get there.
Maybe it's a rude customer, maybe it's a bad driver, maybe it's a friend who took 3 business days to text back. No grievance is too small, especially if it's dramatic. So after we air our grievances, we're gonna nominate someone who acted like the main character of the week, for better or for worse. And maybe somebody did something legendary, and maybe somebody made a decision so wild we have no choice but to discuss it. And sometimes the main character may be one of us, and sometimes it may not be. But we'll break down the story, we'll rate the level of main character energy, and we'll decide if it was iconic or completely out of pocket. Either way, we're going to talk about it. So every Friday, the grievance committee is officially in session. Complaints will be heard, like she said. Judgments will be made, and the main character of the week will be identified. No one's safe, not even us. So, welcome to the I Know You Ain't podcast.